All right, Emma, we always talk about growth hacks, but I think the absolute first step for any affiliate marketer, whether you're just starting or you're a seasoned pro, it's got to be shifting your mindset. Everyone's chasing that quick buck, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely, James. It's so easy to get caught up in the hype, isn't it? You see all these overnight success stories and you just kind of think, "Oh, that's what I should be aiming for." But what do you mean by a mindset shift specifically? What are people usually doing wrong in your opinion?
Well, it's this transactional thinking mostly. They're looking at affiliate marketing as a get-rich-quick scheme rather than an actual business. They're not thinking about long-term value, building an audience, or trust. They're just, how many clicks can I get today? How many sales can I make? And it's a race to the bottom, honestly. We need to focus on genuine value creation, building an actual relationship with your audience.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's less about just pushing products and more about, really solving problems for people, creating that loyal following. I guess that's harder to measure day to day though, right? It's not a direct conversion metric. How do you track that kind of growth if it's not immediate sales?
Exactly. It's not about immediate sales. It's about engagement. Are people opening your emails? Are they commenting on your content? Are they coming back to your site? It's those softer metrics that ultimately translate into far more sustainable, revenue down the line. It's like planting a tree instead of picking a berry, if you know what I mean.
And building on that mindset, Emma, another massive hurdle I see, especially with aspiring affiliates, is analysis paralysis. They get stuck researching, they get stuck planning, and they never actually launch, do they? They just overthink everything.
Oh, tell me about it. I feel like I've been there so many times, just scrolling through forums, watching YouTube videos, thinking, "Oh, I need one more piece of information before I start." It's exhausting and it's kind of demotivating too. So, what's your advice for actually getting past that initial fear of is this gonna work?
Right. Well, the thing is, you've just got to start. Action, even imperfect action, trumps perfect inaction every single time. My unconventional approach here is what I call minimum viable presence. Don't aim for a perfectly polished website or 1,000 blog posts. Just identify your absolute core value proposition, create one piece of high-quality content that addresses a specific problem, and get it out there. That's it.
Minimum viable presence. I like that. So it's almost like a pilot project, right? Just test the waters without investing months and months into something that might not even resonate. But then, how do you know what that core value proposition should be, especially if you're new to a niche?
That's where a bit of genuine curiosity comes in. Instead of just looking at what other affiliates are promoting, actually go to forums, go to Reddit, go to Facebook groups where your target audience hangs out. Listen to their questions, listen to their frustrations. What are they struggling with that isn't being adequately answered? That right there is your goldmine for your minimum viable presence content. It's about serving, not just selling. Do you know what I mean?
Following on from that, Emma, once you've got that initial momentum, the next big thing we want to tackle is niche discovery. Everyone, most people, they tend to flock to the same old crowded niches, don't they? Fitness, weight loss, making money online. It's a bloodbath out there.
Yeah, totally. And it makes sense why, right? Those are clearly profitable niches, so everyone just kind of jumps in. But then you're competing against massive companies and people who've been doing it for years. So what's the unconventional approach to finding a niche that isn't already completely saturated?
Right, well, we're talking about the blue ocean strategy here. Instead of competing in the red ocean of existing demand, you want to create a blue ocean of new, uncontested market space. This means looking at underserved audiences or combining two seemingly unrelated niches. Think niche fusion, if you will. For instance, instead of just dog training, how about dog training for urban apartment dwellers or eco-friendly dog products for minimalist owners?
Oh, that's really clever. So it's not just about like finding a small part of a big niche, but actually kind of creating a whole new category that, solves a very specific problem for a very specific type of person. But how do you know if there's enough demand for such a micro niche? Like, you don't want to go so niche that nobody's actually looking for it.
That's the trick, isn't it? And this is where you got to get creative with your research. Instead of just keyword tools, look at emerging trends on platforms like TikTok or Pinterest. Go to niche subreddits and see what people are passionate about but can't find good solutions for. Look at popular Kickstarter campaigns in niche categories. It's about spotting those early signals of unmet demand, those little ripples before they become a wave. Do you know what I mean? That's where the real alchemy happens. And once you've identified these potential blue oceans, Emma, the real magic is in truly dominating that micro niche. It's not enough to just find it. You have to become the go-to authority, the trusted source for that very specific audience.
Okay, so like for our eco-friendly dog products for a minimalist owner's example, how would someone actually dominate that? Is it just like creating a lot of content, or is there more to it? Because dominate sounds like a pretty big word for a micro niche, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? But it's actually easier to dominate a micro niche than a broad one. The key is hyper-personalization. You speak directly to that specific person's pain points and desires. You don't just review products, you tell stories about how these eco-friendly minimalist dog products fit into their specific lifestyle. You might even interview actual minimalist dog owners, showcasing their homes, their routines.
Oh, wow. So like really immersing yourself in that specific persona, not just like, here's a chew toy, but more like, here's how this sustainably sourced, aesthetically pleasing chew toy fits perfectly into your tiny, curated living space and aligns with your values. That's way more compelling than just a standard review for sure.
Precisely. And because the audience is so specific, they feel seen, they feel understood. You can then create dedicated email sequences, social media groups, even small online communities just for them. The competition won't even bother with these tiny segments, allowing you to build an incredibly loyal following that trusts your recommendations implicitly. That's true micro-niche domination, not just, scratching the surface. Now, let's talk about traffic, Emma. Everyone's doing Google ads, Facebook ads, the usual suspects. But when you're in a micro niche or you're just starting, those can be, terribly expensive and inefficient. We need some guerrilla tactics, don't we?
Guerrilla tactics? Oh, I'm intrigued. So like completely outside the box stuff? Because I'm picturing like, flying banners over a dog park or something, which sounds fun, but probably not very scalable for affiliate marketing, right?
No, not quite that far though. Creativity is key. Think about where your highly specific audience actually hangs out online, beyond the mainstream. Are there niche forums, specialized subreddits, Discord servers, or even specific online communities that aren't saturated with marketers? You could offer to contribute genuine value there.
So, like, not just dropping links, but actually becoming a helpful member of the community, answering questions, offering advice, and then, naturally, if it makes sense, linking to your resource. That feels much more authentic than just, like, spamming a thread.
Exactly. It's about earning the right to be there. Another one is micro-influencer collaborations. Instead of chasing the big names, find smaller accounts in your niche, those with highly engaged but smaller audiences. They're often more affordable, more receptive, and their audience trusts them deeply. Or consider guest posting on other niche blogs that might not even be direct competitors but share your audience. It's about a cross-pollination in unexpected places.
Wow. So it's really about finding those hidden corners of the internet where your specific people are, and then just like genuinely connecting with them. I guess that aligns with the whole building trust thing you mentioned earlier, doesn't it? It sounds like it takes more time up front, but the traffic you get would be way higher quality.
Absolutely. It's not about volume, it's about relevance and quality. 100 highly engaged, perfectly targeted visitors are worth far more than 1,000 untargeted ones. These methods, they cultivate loyalty, and that's gold for an affiliate. Once you've got these highly targeted folks coming in, Emma, the next step in our unconventional playbook is really fostering hyper-targeted engagement. It's about turning those visitors into a community, not just a list of email addresses.
Yeah, I love that idea. Like it's not enough just to get them to your site. You want them to stick around and feel like they belong, right? But what does hyper-targeted engagement actually look like for like an affiliate marketer? Because, it's not like you're selling your own product, you're promoting someone else's.
Right, well, it's about creating a dedicated space. Think beyond just an email newsletter. Could it be a private Facebook group, a Discord server, or even a small forum dedicated to your ultra-specific niche? In there, you're not just pushing affiliate links, you're facilitating conversations, sharing exclusive insights, maybe even hosting Q&A sessions. You become the community leader, the central hub.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. So it's almost like you're building your own little ecosystem around the niche. And then when you do recommend a product, it's not just a recommendation. It's like from someone they know and trust, and it's being shared within a group of, like-minded people. That would definitely increase conversions, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, it's a massive multiplier. People are far more likely to buy based on a recommendation from someone they trust within their trusted community. And it's not just about sales. You're getting direct feedback, understanding new pain points, and discovering what new products your audience truly needs. This insight is priceless, really, for continually refining your strategy and finding new opportunities that others completely miss. It's a virtuous cycle of trust and value creation,
Now, we've got the right mindset, a killer niche, and some great traffic coming in. But if your conversions are still flat, then, well, we've got a leak in the bucket, haven't we? This is where conversion alchemy comes in, using subtle psychological hooks to truly resonate.
Ooh, hypnotic hooks. I like the sound of that. So, what exactly are we talking about here? Because, I'm thinking about those, really salesy, pushy tactics, and that just feels kind of off, especially with the ethical scaling we've been talking about.
No, absolutely not pushy. This is about ethical persuasion. One incredibly powerful but often overlooked hook is social proof through specificity. Instead of just saying, many people love this, you say, Sarah, a 32-year-old remote worker from Seattle, found this productivity app saved her 5 hours a week. You make it real, tangible, relatable. People are, they're wired to follow others who are like them.
Wow, that's so much more effective, isn't it? It puts a face to the success story. And what about urgency or scarcity? Because I know those can be really powerful, but they also sometimes feel a little manipulative if they're not genuine.
You're spot on, Emma. We only use genuine urgency and scarcity. If there's a legitimate limited time offer or a product with finite stock, then absolutely highlight it. But creating false urgency is a surefire way to erode trust. Instead, focus on the opportunity cost. What will your audience miss out on if they don't take action? Frame it as avoiding a future problem or achieving a desired future state, rather than just buy now or miss out. It's a subtle shift, but it's incredibly powerful, and it's ethical, crucially. Now, let's talk about building true long-term value, Emma. We're not just here for the fleeting campaigns, are we? We're building digital fortresses, assets that will continue to generate income and impact long after you've published that initial piece of content.
Digital fortresses. That sounds pretty powerful. So it's more than just like a static website, right? Like what kind of assets should an affiliate marketer really be focusing on building that will, stand the test of time?
Absolutely. First and foremost, an email list. That's your most valuable asset, hands down. It's direct access to your audience, independent of any platform algorithms. Then think about evergreen content hubs. These are comprehensive guides, ultimate resources, or tools that continuously attract organic traffic and provide immense value year after year, like a definitive guide to eco-friendly pet care, always updated, always relevant.
Oh, I see. So it's content that doesn't just like have a short shelf life. It's something people will always come back to, and it positions you as the authority. And how about like personal brand? Is that an asset, or is that more of a foundation?
A personal brand is the foundational asset, Emma. It's the glue that holds everything together. Your unique voice, your perspective, your story. People connect with people, not just faceless websites. Building that personal brand through consistent content, genuine interaction, and crucially, authenticity means that people will follow you regardless of what specific product you're promoting. That's real power. It's not just about selling a product, it's about building a relationship that lasts. Do you know what I mean?
And as these fortresses grow, Emma, we naturally start thinking about scaling. But for us, it's ethical scaling. It's about growing responsibly, ensuring that your success isn't coming at the expense of your audience's trust or, by cutting corners.
Ethical scaling, I love that. Because, when you hear scaling, sometimes it just sounds like grow at all costs, and that can lead to some questionable tactics. So, what does ethical scaling actually entail? How do you keep integrity when you're growing super fast?
Right. It means doubling down on transparency. Clearly disclose your affiliate relationships. Only promote products you genuinely believe in and ideally have personally used or thoroughly vetted. It means reinvesting in your audience, providing more value as you grow, not less. And if you automate, ensure that automation still feels personal, not cold and transactional. Never sacrifice quality for quantity.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's like just because you're getting bigger doesn't mean you get to like cut corners or become less human. It's actually even more important to be ethical when you have a larger audience. And you mentioned exit strategies in the outline. What does that look like for an affiliate business built on these principles?
Well, if you've built a true digital fortress, a strong brand, a loyal community, a robust email list, evergreen content, you've actually created a sellable asset. Unlike a simple niche site focused purely on transactional sales, a business built on trust and value is highly attractive. You could sell your entire platform, your brand, your audience to a larger entity looking for that authentic connection. It's about building something truly valuable that can either sustain you indefinitely or provide a significant payout should you choose to move on. It's the ultimate unconventional growth hack, isn't it? Building to sell without even intending to. So, Emma, we've covered quite a bit, haven't we? From the mindset shift to ethical scaling and even exit strategies. It's a comprehensive alchemist's playbook for anyone serious about affiliate marketing beyond the usual noise.
We really have, James. It's been like super insightful. I feel like I have a much clearer picture of how to approach this without just chasing shiny objects. So if someone's listening right now and they're like ready to dive in, what's the absolute first actionable step they should take from everything we've talked about?
Right, the very first thing, I'd say go back to your why. Why are you doing this? If it's purely for money, you'll burn out. If it's to genuinely help an audience, that's your starting point. Then identify one tiny specific problem within a niche that truly excites you and create one piece of high-value content to address it. Just one. Don't worry about perfection, just get it out there. That's your minimum viable presence in action.
Okay, so focus on the why, pick a specific problem, and then just create that one piece of content to start. Don't get bogged down in all the other steps just yet. That sounds much more manageable than trying to do everything at once. And then after that?
After that, it's all about listening. Listen to the feedback, listen to your audience, and iterate. It's an ongoing process of learning and adapting. This isn't a formula, it's a journey. But by focusing on value, trust, and genuine connection, you're not just building an affiliate business, you're building a lasting legacy. And that's the real magic of affiliate alchemy.
I love that, James. Building a legacy. Thank you so much for sharing all these amazing insights. This has been incredibly helpful for me, and I'm sure for everyone listening. Seriously, thanks.